I'm Ken Canion, the host of Love, Lust, and Lies. And on show, today's show is stupid good because I wanted to give you, I got this letter. Well, it's more or less a question. Here's the question. They said, Ken, I've lost myself in relationships so much that I don't even know who I am anymore or what I want. How do I get myself back, all right, to being myself? And that's the question of the day. And so I wanted to at least talk about that. How do you get yourself back? And the truth is, I don't want you to lose yourself in the first place. So let's start by saying this. A lot of people get in relationships and they do one or two things. They project, number one, and projection is they simply become who they think the other person wants to see, who the other person they think will like, who the other person will affirm, who the other person will validate. So fundamentally, you ever been in a relationship, you ever seen somebody, and then after they've been in a relationship for a while, you're looking at this person and you're wondering, wait a minute, that doesn't even look like my girl. That doesn't even look like my guy. They look totally different. That's not how they normally act. And what they have done is they have decided, they made a conscious or unconscious decision that I am going to project a behavior, I'm going to project a persona, or I'm going to project a new personal brand that I think the other person will like or not like. And so in relationships, a person will become something new. In other words, kind of like her, she says, I lost myself. And so I want to answer the question is, a person doesn't lose themselves in a relationship. A person chooses to become someone new. A person chooses to become someone new with the thought that this person that I'm with or that I'm trying to be with will accept me if I become this new person, this new thing, this new behavior, this new persona, this new personal brand. So I told her, I said, what happens is you didn't lose yourself. Yourself is still there. We just have to uncover it. But what you've done is you've made a choice to become something new, to project new behaviors. All right. And the first reason they do it is projection. They want to project something new because they think that the person that they're with will like it, will accept them. The second reason is protection. They feel like if I if I act new, if I become this new person, it will protect me. That way, the people that I'm with will like this person, they will accept this person, and now this person, I can become something new. All right? So it's protection. I can protect my heart, I can protect my feelings, I can protect my emotions because they might not accept who I truly am. Now, how many of y'all have got into a relationship before and you have acted in a way that at the end of the day, when you look back, you're like, this ain't me. I don't even know why I did that. That's not who I am. And my friends even notice that's not me. That's not who I am. But why did I act that way? Well, you acted that way because either projection, thinking that the other person, or protection. But all of it, at the end of the day, all of it comes down to there is an insecurity in you because being who I am is not enough. You believe that being who I am, who I truly am, is not enough for this person to accept me. And so in our coaching program, I said what happens is you haven't been yourself long enough to attract the kind of person that you want, that who accepts that, who likes you, who wants you to be original. We're so we are so juiced up about being a copy, we forgot about the original. We forgot about the person who I truly am. So I want to share something with you. Has anybody ever out there ever heard of the term kintsugi? Kintsugi. All right. I want you to look this up. Kintsugi. Kintsugi. This term comes from this term comes from in the 15th century. There was a shogun in Japan. There was this shogun. Shogun was like that dude. He's like over the province. He's like the guy over everything. He would be considered a president. All right? He would be the dude in charge. Well, in that culture, in Japan's culture, the shogun, because it was a warrior culture, the shogun was this guy who was a warrior, right? And so one day that this shogun had his favorite cup. I just finished my coffee not too long ago, and I put it in the dishwasher. I would have shown you my favorite cup. And so what he did was he would drink his tea every single day. And so when he was drinking his tea every single day, he broke his mug. And he broke his mug. It was his favorite mug, y'all. You know how you have something that is your favorite. It was his favorite mug, and he broke it. And so he looked across the land to all of his artisans, and he said, "Can you guys fix my mug? I need my cup. I need this because I love it, and I want to see if you can repair it." And so he sent it out, and when they brought it back, his best artisans brought it back, and they had it glued together, and it looked crazy. And he was like, "There is no beauty in this." And he said, "But I don't want to, it's broken, but I want to fix it. I want to fix it." So he sent it. Now, think about it. He's in Japan. So he sent the mug to China. Now, the Chinese, here's what they decided. We're going to send the mug back, but this is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to take the broken pieces and we're going to put the broken pieces back together. But when we put them back together, we're going to put them back together with resin, an expensive resin, and we're going to add gold in it, gold and silver into the cracks. Okay? And so when they added gold and silver into the cracks of the resin, they sent it back to him. Now, when he got it back, he looked at it and he realized that it was beautiful. He said, "All of the cracked pieces, I could see them, but they were all filled with gold and they had become a masterpiece." And he said, "Man, a masterpiece." He said, "This cup is beautiful." And so now kintsugi became an art form. Anything that was broken, they would put it back together with silver or gold resin. And now, if you try to buy a piece, look up kintsugi. They are expensive. And so it's kind of like people, y'all. We've all been broken. But when God put us back together, He put us back in a way that is filled with gold. And when He put us back, y'all, what we've done, we don't have to stay broken. Because they're broken in different places, no piece is ever the same. That's why I love kintsugi. And I'm going to buy a piece just because no one will ever have a piece just like me. No one will ever be just like you when you're healed. And so I tell people, let's talk about the road to self discovery because people are losing themselves. Number one, every one of us has been broken in some area of our life. Every one of us. All of us have insecurities. All of us have things that are inside of us that we are not sure about. Be it your body, be it your speech. I have insecurities. But the truth is, I just don't let the insecurities stop me from doing this work that I'm doing. I don't let insecurities stop me from striving for my goals, being the very best that I can be. I think the insecurities are like the cracks that people have. They're like the cracks in the mug, in the cup. And then we move forward despite our imperfections. So what I'm telling people is this. So I want to give you a journey to new self-discovery. There are three things that I tell people that they must be willing to do, that you must be willing to do to take these insecurities, to take these cracks, this brokenness, and put it back together. And so the first thing is you have to identify your limiting beliefs. Your limiting beliefs are the things that are preventing you from going. Case in point, a limiting belief is nothing more than stuff you say to yourself all the time. People say stuff like this: all men cheat. I can never find a man. I ain't putting up with this. All men cheat. All men do this, all men do that. I hear it all the time. And I said, what you're doing is you are preventing yourself from ever attracting a man that doesn't cheat. And so, because you said this over and over and over again, it becomes a limiting belief because it is part of your subconscious programming that you're operating off of. And so, when you say it over and over and over again, what you're doing is you're rewriting or creating a program that your subconscious mind operates off of. And so now, even if you were to meet a guy, because that program is what you're running off of, you say, well, I ain't gonna date him because he's gonna cheat on me anyway. He's gonna do, and so now what you do is when you say that, you attract the very thing that you're trying to repel. You attract the very thing that you don't want because that's the thing that you keep saying. I always tell people you will attract, you will bring about what you think about. Okay, so when a person, the law of attraction is powerful. When a person says, I don't want a man that cheats, I don't want a man that cheats, and now you're giving it that energy. What you're doing is, we're nothing but energy, y'all. This physical body is just a body. We're spirit and energy. Energy is never lost. It's simply transferred from thing to thing, person to person. And so that energy that you are putting out there, that energy that you're saying, you keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it, and now you keep getting this fool that's cheating on you, keep getting this fool that's doing the things behind your back. And now the very man who's gonna love you, and you can't even see it. You can't even see him. The reason you can't see him is because that energy is so prevalent in your life. It's just like that damn phone. You get distracted, you get so distracted by other stuff in your life, and now you don't see the very thing that you've asked for. You've asked God for, and it's right in front of you. But because the program you're operating off of is so detrimental, it's so pervasive, it's conditioning you to not have what you want to have. And so that's what I tell people. You need to join the coaching program so we can identify the limiting beliefs you have, and then we can help you eradicate them. It takes time, y'all. I've had limiting beliefs before because we all insecure. Before I started this show, I said this. I said limiting beliefs, and this is why I had to identify it because everybody needs a coach. And I said, they're not gonna listen. Why would they listen to advice from me? I've been coaching for a long time. I've written nine books, and I said, but I'm talking to women, and then I'm saying, why? Well, nobody's going to listen. Nobody. I'm saying limiting beliefs, y'all. And I know better. The day that I realized what I was doing, I changed my thought process, changed my emotions. Then I started attracting the people who can help me bring it to life. Then I said, that which I believe I will have. You will not have what you want. You will have who you are. No, you will not attract what you want. You will attract who you are. And who you are is based on your beliefs. It's based on your beliefs. Your beliefs determine who you are as a person. And so, that being said, your limiting beliefs are hurting you. So, in this coaching program, we're going to help you change your limiting beliefs. And some people ain't gonna do it. They're just gonna stay in the same situation. We don't want them. We just want the people who want to do it, who want to change. We got a couple of spots left, but listen. The second thing is this. Number one, identifying your limiting beliefs. Number two is you have to become self-aware. Self-awareness is powerful because most people are not self-aware. What is self-aware? So you ever been walking down the street and you're oblivious to what's going on, whether you're in your cell phone, you texting, and then you almost run into somebody, or you don't see what's going, and you almost get hit, you almost run into something, because you're not aware of what's going on around you. Now, what happens to people is that's how they're living their lives. They're not self-aware. And so because they're not self-aware, what do I mean by self-awareness? Self-awareness is simply understanding, number one, who you are. Number two, what are your beliefs? Number three, understand how do you make decisions? Are you making decisions out of your pain brain? Melanie, my partner, talks about your pain brain. Your pain brain is the part of your brain based on the pain you have. Because you had pain before in relationships, now you're making decisions about somebody else based on your pain brain. Or are you making decisions based on your empowering brain, your power brain? It's going to take me to a new level. Self-awareness helps you understand how you identify, how do you deal with conflict. Most people don't understand how they operate because if you're not self-aware, you're going to be doing things unconsciously that sabotage your efforts of having the very things that you want to have. And so, because of that, because you're doing that, because you're not self-aware, what happens? You don't attract the thing you want. And so what I want you to understand is there's a process to becoming self-aware. There's a process to becoming, why do I do what I do? I asked myself the other day when I was thinking that last October, y'all, case in point, the reason I'm doing this show, so I always try to be transparent. I'm doing this show because I'm looking at a lot of these cats on YouTube, a lot of these cats on Facebook, Instagram, and I said, y'all, and I was talking to myself one day. I said, I'm just as smart as I'm smarter than them. This is what I'm saying to myself. Have y'all ever thought about now? We're gonna keep it real. You ever looked at a lady and said, "I'm just as cute as she is. I make more money than she is. How'd she get him?" Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm keeping it 100. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm just as smart as them. I've trained thousands of people. I've sold 500,000 books. How is it that they are doing that? Truth is, y'all, that's a limiting belief. Because what I'm doing is I am poo-pooing on what they're doing. I'm hating on them. I'm hating on them. That's coming from a negative place. What I did, then I realized, I said, forget that. Let me celebrate them. Let me find out how they're doing it. Let me celebrate them. Let me comment on their videos. Let me praise them when they say good stuff that can help people. Y'all, then all of a sudden, that which I gave, the law of reciprocity says, give that which you want. I begin giving it. And then people start giving it to me. Yeah, they start giving it to me. I start building an audience. Then I said, well, if I can build an audience of 10, I can build an audience of 10,000. All I gotta do is keep doing the same things that I'm doing, keep learning, keep becoming self-aware, understanding what I'm doing, y'all. And once I'm doing that, I let the insecurities go. They're still there. They're still there. I just say, do it. I said, just the hell with it. Do it anyway. Do it afraid. Despite the insecurities, do it anyway. All right? And the last thing is self-reflection. Self-reflection is hard because it causes you to look at your past in an objective way, not a subjective way, in an objective way, in an objective way. And what I mean by objective is I look at the things that have happened to me and take 100% responsibility and say, what was my role in it? Even if I was in a bad relationship, even if somebody did me wrong, what was my role in it? What did I learn from it? You know, the truth is, you might not be the one that caused the pain, but you had a role in it. You accepted the person in your life. There's everybody, y'all. It's never one-sided completely. One person did everything. What you want to do is reflect on, here's where I've been, here's what happened, here's what I learned from it. Here's what can help me become a better version of myself. And until you're willing to say these things, to ask these questions, to ask, how can I become a better version of me? I can't become a better version of me. And so, y'all, on this journey, going back to the initial question was, people lose themselves. They lose themselves in relationships because, number one, they want to project what they think other people want. Number two, they want to protect themselves. But I'll say this. You can find yourself. Don't lose yourself becoming someone else. You are like that teacup. Scars and all. You're a masterpiece. Let's put you back together with gold, resin, silver. Let God do that. And I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. A lot of times people are on my lives, they already know what God told them to do. I'm simply confirming it. If you're ready to go to the next level, then let's go. Other than that, I appreciate all of you for listening, all of you for taking notes, taking advice, and at the end of the day, we're all striving to be better than we were before. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. This has been Love, Lust, and Lies, and I am your host, Ken Canion. Until tomorrow, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much.